If nutrition constantly feels confusing, overwhelming, like you're constantly failing, it's not because you lack discipline. It's because you were sold a system that was never actually meant to work in the first place. Most people think that progress comes from perfect macros, hitting your proteins, carbs and fats dead on every single day, perfect timing, cutting out foods that they enjoy, never having a takeaway. That's not nutrition. That is a level of disordered eating. And in following a protocol like that, stress increases, and stress is one of the fastest ways to stall your progress, wreck adherence, and make you feel like you've done something bad when you never really were taught correctly in the first place. Here is what actually works, and it's so incredibly simple. Stop trying to control everything at once. You don't need a 47 meal prep plan. You don't need to eat like a bodybuilder all year round. In fact, you don't need to eat like a bodybuilder full stop. You need structure and a plan that fits within your life. I know I've said it so many times before, but it's so true. So what do you need to do first? First, you need to focus on anchoring every single meal with a protein source. Not because protein is magic, but because it helps keep you full, helps protect your muscles, stabilize your bloods, and generally makes everything just that little bit easier. And when protein is consistent and where it should be, cravings drop without willpower. Next, eat mostly whole foods most of the time. Emphasis on most. I'm not saying do it all the time, just as much as you can. And this isn't because processed foods are evil. They taste amazing. But because whole foods are actually harder to overeat on and easier to recover on. But that doesn't mean banning foods that you love. Trust me, I like pizza way too much to ever cut that out of my life. Then, instead of micromanaging calories, control your habits. You can eat similar meals during the week and keep portions consistent. Build meals that you actually enjoy. If you have a hyperfixation on a certain food, utilize that. The best plan is not the most optimized one. It's the one that you can follow when you're tired, burnt out, and done in. And here's the part that most people miss, professionals and not. Consistency beats intensity every damn time. One perfect week followed by a burnout week doesn't do much for you. Whereas a slightly imperfect plan that you can keep consistent to and adhere to week, that you can run for months on end without ever really changing, that's where you make progress. And that's what's going to keep you consistent. And that is going to get you the results that you want, that you have set out. So if you're done bouncing between extremes and getting confused with all of this random information you're seeing online, and you're ready to make nutrition simple, as it should be, follow me for no nonsense coaching, nutrition, and health and fitness. And if you want help building a plan that actually fits you, your lifestyle, DM me for coaching. I am pretty darn good. Stay weird.